Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Cosmic Path Tarot, and today's video is going to be a very interesting one. The door that closed was protecting you from something. Now, there is something these three cards are showing me about a door that closed in your life. And it is not what you have been telling yourself about why it happened. Most people spend months, sometimes years, carrying the weight of an ending they never fully understood, replaying it over and over again, wondering what they did wrong, wondering if they had just done that one thing differently and whether it would still be open. Now, these cards are saying something completely different. The door did not close because something went wrong. It closed because something was coming, and the only way to stop it from reaching to you was to shut that door first. Now, by the end of this reading, you are going to understand exactly what that something was, and I think it is going to change the way you have been holding this. Comment yes below if a door closed in your life that you are still trying to make sense of. I want to know you are here for this. And before I flip these cards, I want to acknowledge something. When something ends, the mind does not wait for an explanation. It immediately starts constructing one. Maybe you were not enough, maybe you did something wrong, maybe the timing was off because of something you could have controlled. You have probably cycled through every version of that story already. Now, what these three cards are about to show you is the actual story, not the one your mind has built in silence, but the real one. The world. Okay? And this is the first thing I want you to understand about the door that closed. And it starts here with this card. Because this card reframes everything. The world is card 21, the final card of the major arcana. The last stop in a journey that begins with the fool stepping forward with nothing but faith and ends here, with the figure dancing freely inside a wreath of completion. Everything integrated, everything resolved. A full cycle arriving at exactly the place it was always meant to arrive. This is not a card of failure. This is not a card of something going wrong or being taken from you too soon. The world is a card of something completing, finishing, running its full course, and arriving at its natural end. And that is the first thing these cards are telling you about what closed. It was not interrupted, it was finished. Whatever that chapter was, whether a relationship, the situation, the version of your life that existed behind that door, it gave you everything it was designed to give you. It taught you what it was designed to teach you. And then, because it was complete, it closed. Not because it failed, but because it finished. And finished is not the same as failed. Finished is actually the highest possible outcome for something that was actually and always temporary. Most people carry the ending of a complete chapter as evidence that something went wrong because they had plans for it, hopes attached to it, and a future they had already built inside their mind. When it ended, those unmet plans felt like proof of loss. But the world does not see it that way. The world says the chapter closed not despite being valuable, but because it was complete. Because it had nothing left to give you that you had not already received. You were not robbed, you were finished. And the universe closed that door the moment your time inside it was genuinely done. The Knight of Swords. And here is what the door was protecting you from. Look at this card for a moment. A figure on a horseback, charging forward at full speed, sword raised, moving faster than he can. And there is no hesitation in this image, no pause to access, no moment of checking whether the direction he is riding is actually the right one. He simply goes with total force, total commitment, total conviction. That the speed is the correct response to everything in front of him. This is the energy that was heading towards your life if that door had stayed open. Not necessarily a person who wished you harm. The Knight of Swords is definitely not a villain. He's someone who moves faster than wisdom, someone who charges into situations without fully calculating what his arrival will cost the people he's arriving towards. Someone whose certainty feels like confidence from a distance, but up close becomes pressure. The kind of pressure that does not slow down to ask whether you are ready, whether you are willing, and whether this is actually what you want. Now, had this door still stayed open, this energy would have reached you while you were still mid cycle, still inside the chapter the world had not yet finished closing. And in that state, incomplete, still invested in what was ending, you would not have had the distance or the clarity to see it for what it was. The speed would have felt like passion, the force would have felt like certainty. But by the time you understood what was actually happening, you would already have been swept into something that was moving far faster than you were ready for. The door closed before the night arrived. That timing was definitely not accidental. The Seven of Wands. And this is the card that shows you where you are standing right now because of what that door closed before it reached you. A figure on elevated ground holding a wand firmly, six more rising up from below towards him. And he is above them all, higher, holding a position that is genuinely defensible from a place that gives him the advantage of perspective. This is where the closed door left you. Not diminished, not in the vulnerable, but on a much higher ground. And higher ground is the position from which you can see what is coming before it reaches you. Respond from a place of genuine strength rather than reactive desperation. And hold your own ground without being swept away. There is something else about the Seven of Wands that I want you to hear. The figure in this card is outnumbered, more wands below than the one he holds. And yet, he is not overwhelmed because the elevation changes everything. The same challenge that would have flattened him on level ground becomes manageable from where he is standing. And that is exactly what the closed door gave you. Not immunity from difficulty, but elevation above it. The vantage point that changes what you can see, what you can handle, and how much of yourself you have to spend just to stay standing. You are more protected right now than the grief of what closed has allowed you to feel. The Seven of Wands is the proof of that. Now, let me bring all this together for you. The door closed because the cycle was genuinely complete. The world confirmed that what was inside it had run its full course and had nothing left to give you that you had already not received. The timing of the closing was precise because something was coming. The Knight of Swords. Fast, forceful, and not built to slow down for anyone. And the closing left you somewhere the night could not reach you. The elevated ground of the Seven of Wands. Protected, positioned, and able to see clearly. The world, the Knight of Swords, and the Seven of Wands. Completion, force that was coming, and the protected position the completion created. The door did not close against you, it closed for you. And you are standing in the proof of that right now, even if the grief of it has made that proof hard to see. Comment below and tell me which card resonated most, whether it was the World, the Knight of Swords, or the Seven of Wands. I read every single one. If someone in your life is still sitting in the confusion of something that closed and cannot yet see the protection in it, share this with them. Follow Cosmic Path Tarot for readings every week. the right message always finds the right person at exactly the right moment. The door closed for you, not against you. There is a difference. Take care of yourself, and I will see you in the next one.